I hate my 2750/50 marriage. Is there any way to change my husband 28? Everything is 50/50. It's not just money. He asked me to go 50/50 on changing diapers. I work from home. I change all the diapers 5 days a week until he's home. If you want to go 50/50 on diapers, then every diaper that is needed ever, when you're not working, is yours. If you want equality and 50/50, then we don't need to take turns when you're not working. If I do all the diapers for 45 hours a week and nothing is given freely, ever. If he says he wants lunch and he pays for my lunch and then asks if I want ice cream, he will not take out his wallet, even though he suggested ice cream in the first place. He just expects it. It's never a treat or a surprise. He expects something in return. I'm sorry, but if one person is paying, shouldn't the person who asked for it pay? It would be different if I asked. One time, he said he wanted food on the way home, and I said didn't have my wallet. He changed his mind when we got home. He suddenly wanted to go out again. 15 minutes later, when I had my wallet. Coincidence? No. He even asked me to grab my wallet. I declined. If you wanted food badly, you can pay for it. And I know I sound snotty, but it's not 50/50 when I end up paying more. And I do more towards the kid, more towards food, more. Nothing is 50/50. Ever, and money isn't the basis. It's everything. You don't just change a diaper or clean. You keep track of what you're doing. Everything is tit for tat. Like I'm pregnant. I know. And he still expects 50/50, which isn't even 50/50 because I watch the child while I work, which also affects my speed of working and my income. I don't even get a chance to sleep more while pregnant. In the name of equality. It's supposedly unfair for me to ask him to watch the baby so I can rest, while growing a literal human. This whole marriage feels like a business transaction, especially when the baby poops, and he tells me so. Okay, what are you going to do about it? Sit here and wait for me to do it since you changed the last one? No, you were with the child, and I was in another room. You can change it. You wanted ice cream. You can buy it. Like, we don't need to tell you everything. We can take turns with diaper. If I am with the baby and she needs a diaper, I won't go out of my way to ask you for the sake of being equal. Jesus, being a parent, everything is 50/50. It's not just money. Everything. Anyways, is it possible to change a 50/50 man? Has anyone done it, or is this a dead horse? I'm so unhappy and so miserable because it just feels like we are taking tabs. We never do anything freely or out of love because something is always expected in return. It's just tiresome. I lost the romance. Does anyone have advice on how to navigate this? Because I do love him. I just hate the dynamic. Little doctor husband is so obsessed with the idea of 50/50 that he keeps tabs on everything, even diaper changing. He never gives me anything freely just because, in his head, he's waiting for me to do something next in return. I hate this arrangement, and it isn't 50/50 at all. To me, I'm losing on so much. What tips do you have to change this? I'm pet, but I actually think pettiness is called for here. Tie up every diaper you change every day. Put it on a piece of paper. Get him to do the same. When he is home, I suspect he will be changing every diaper. You have the paper to prove it. Do this with any other chore you guys do. The paper says I took the trash out the most, so it's your turn, and so on. Get an app called Splitwise. Enter into it every dollar you spend on joint or child expenses. Include every joint bill, every dollar. Get him to do the same. When you are out, it's his shout every time. The app says you owe him money, which sounds like this is every time. Depending on how petty you want to be, log hours you do for childcare during the day in the same manner. You might want to think about sending him the invoice for the exertion and energy taken to grow a human being inside you, but not everyone is at level of pet. When he inevitably comes complaining, say this system remains or we seek therapy to resolve. Make it clear that you don't need to do 50/50 personally. But if he insists on it, you're more than happy to oblige. Your husband has an interesting take on 50/50, when in reality it sounds more like 20/80, and you got the short end of the stick. Might be time to go to couples counselling to figure out a new setup for division of labour. Your current setup is eroding your relationship, and you sound burned out and exhausted. Demand change. Start with a joint account for household expenses and book into therapy together. Best marriage advice I got was that both partners should try to give 60% when you shoot for 50/50. Both people feel as though they're doing a little more, and you are shooting for 60. You accept that you'll do a little extra, granted. It sounds like in reality you're putting in way more effort, but I wonder if that mindset might help your husband. The other concept would be equity is equality. It's not fair for you to put in 50% when you're pregnant, because your needs are different right now. A quick fix for meals, and money might just be alternate, treating the other one, rather than splitting.